And welcome back, ladies and gents. Welcome to the Calm Farm, where we've got an agro star. Look at that beauty. It took a little bit longer than I expected, but we got there. So let's go up to our land and have a quick look at our fruit, see how that's coming along. As you can see in the top right there, we've got a couple of contracts ticking away in the background where our workers are hard at work. And there we go. We've got, 17,500 litres. So it's pretty full. It's that's got hours left to run on it. And all should be good. So let's get building. I think we're going to go for a sheep farm. Like I said in the previous episode, I want to try and target the spinnery, make some profit off the cotton that we process, and in the meantime, we might as well build our own. These ones here, they're quite handy because you don't have to add water, but that's a pretty expensive offset. Might as well get one of these ones and get a water truck. But whichever way you slice it at the moment, we just don't have the funds for it. So we're gonna have to get busy. We're gonna have to get working, get earning, and get saving. So let's get to it. There we go, 2 quick and easy contracts done. Brings us up to just under 10k. It's only 14,000, but it seems so far away. Quite infuriating, that really. It seems that when you pay attention to the pounds, it just takes a little bit longer. So let's have a dig around. Let's see what we can find that will hopefully push us up, because it's not just the 14k for the sheep enclosure. It's the cost to the sheep as well, which is, I think it's about £400 a sheep, and we're going to need more than one, especially if we want them to make baby sheep. And there we go. That's 2 trees worth of dead wood. It was just an exercise to see if it's worth chopping it up and delivering it to the sawmill. And evidently not. 240 for extra work like that. No, not particularly. There are better uses of our time, I think. So I think I'll get rid of this trailer because it's no good for baling, and it's definitely no good for dead wood. And I'm not going to be running around chopping trees down left, right, and centre anytime soon. So I'm gonna get rid of it and redirect that money to our newer endeavour of sheep farming. But in the meantime, let's get these cultivating contracts and hoeing contracts done, and let's finish that dead wood contract. And there we go. We've banged out quite a few contracts there. Not as many as I'd like to have completed because they're not really that worthwhile at the moment. I say as I go and collect on a £4,000 contract, but I don't know, a lot of them like this one here needs a bit of expenditure before we can even start. So let's get some fertilizing done. And let's finish off the weeding contract. My main push really is to give us enough of a buffer that when we buy and build our sheep farm that we are set. And if you have a quick look at what's ready to harvest, there's not really that much going on at this time of year. I'm quite surprised actually that I haven't had any sowing contracts come through, but maybe I've got to wait until I've bought a seeding machine. Maybe, I'm not sure. Hopefully though, they will start coming along pretty soon, because as it stands at the moment, it just seems like we're cultivating and ploughing and cultivating some more. But there we go. That's one weeding contract finished. Let's pick up another hoeing contract and get that out of the way. Again, I hope it doesn't feel like I'm rushing towards some kind of finish line. That's not the intent here. It's just it is just a grinded mission at the moment to get as much work as we can done and as much money as we can, so that we can sit pretty with our own our own calm farm. Right, let's get this stuff back up to the top because there's no point wasting it. We can use that hopefully on another contract a little bit later on. So let's get up to the field. Look at the agro star go. Let's make some space and let's start setting out our plans. So I think a good place to start would be this banking up here. It's not farmable. I can mow it. I can probably cut those trees down, but it's a bit of dead land really when you think about it. Will a meadow grow there? I'm not sure. I'll have to have a play around to see if it shows up. Let's have a look. That looked like something then. I suppose I could extend the fence line all the way around as well. How do I move the map around? Let's rotate that. There we go. Is it WA? Yeah, of course it is. Getting a little bit of confusion there with Anno 1800. There we go. That looks like a good spot. It's accessible from the road as well. Push it back a little bit more, get it off the road. And let's do it. Yeah, we'll do our own fence work. I think if I take it over to the greenhouse in a straight line and then follow the field all the way around. That was expensive. That's very expensive. I don't know if I'm going to have enough money to do that. I think this might be the next ambition, really, to extend the sheep farm, because there's no way on God's green earth am I going to make this money stretch out this far. I suppose on the upside, though, at least I'm working out where my border can go. Yeah. Do you know what? Let's cancel that. Just go for the standard. Yes, please. Let's cancel that. Oh, and I've lost my money as well. So I didn't get reimbursed for. Oh, that's spiteful. That's a little bit cheeky, isn't it? So I'm left with that, and that just cost me 24,000 really. That's disappointing. And I've got enough money for one sheep. Yeah, 1 8-month-old sheep is all I've got change for. Brilliant. Well, at least I know for next time. A little bit of planning, and a little bit of paying attention. And since I'm Welsh, a black Welsh sheep will do. Okay then, let's get to work. Let's try and recoup some of that money that I just threw down the drain. Let's get some work done. Let's earn some money, and let's fill up that sheep farm, sheep pasture. Well, that wasn't as long as I was expecting. We're up to just under 3,000, so now we can buy a couple of sheep. So let's have a quick look. It's not a bad price for them. I think we'll go for... No, we're going to go for the Welsh Black Mountain sheep, which I drive past all the time back home. But strangely enough, I've never seen a black one. And I live just around the corner from a sheep auction here. And even then, yeah, never seen black sheep. Strange for a Welshman, that. So what's the difference between 3 months and 8? The 8 months can breed. So let's take those. And let's have a look. Hey, there you go, little buddy. You and your pal. So we've got to get your health up. How do we do that? That's just by feeding you and watering you. So let's start with some water. There we go, that was easy enough. So I think if I just dump that in there, that's then watered now, and I just have to refill it just like the harvester, just like the greenhouse. Let's have a look. There we go, all watered. No productivity, mind, and their health is low. And I'm also going to have to feed them, so it's a good job I didn't actually strip the land bare when I did my baling. I left the outskirts all free, so at least I can mow all that, bale it up, and get these guys fed. So I'm going to get cracking with that. I'm also going to get a couple of contracts taken over in the background to bump up that sad sight of a bank balance. And let's get some hoeing done. See you soon. And there we go, back in the market for another 2 sheep. Happy days. Let's take them home. And let's have a quick look. There we go, water, food, getting fed. Ladies and gents, I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you do, please feel free to drop a like and subscribe, and any comments are welcome. See you soon.